Hope we are all doing well today. So, what did we see in the last class? We saw about coal, the types of coal, and the uses of coal. So, today's class, okay, what do you see in this picture? It clearly says it is our solar system. So, Earth is part of the solar system. There are different planets like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, the planets which revolve around the hero or the sun. So we are going to see about our hero today, which is the sun. Okay. So okay, what is so special about the sun? Can you see this picture? What do you see? The current is not there. Let's say they didn't find electricity, or in olden days, what did people use? There was no electricity, so they used candles, or they would have used, lamps or something like that. We have a huge torchlight or a candle given by God to us. What is it? It is the sun. So, in this picture, you will see a sun rising. Can you see? It is like a huge torchlight or a candle. See, it rises up and it provides light, and this indicates that it is the day for us. So, whenever the sun is present, we say it is day. And whenever the sun settles down or sets, we call it the night, because in the night there is no light, there is no sunlight, and the moon comes up. So the differences in the day, like the morning and the night, or the day and the night, is differentiated because of the sun. Okay, so what is special about this sun? As I already told you, there are many planets in the solar system. Okay, the sun is the biggest star which is nearer to the earth. So it is nicely visible from the earth. It is huge and it is visible from the earth. So what makes earth special? See, among all the planets that I listed, life is present only in earth. Why is it so? What makes life thrive on earth? One important reasons of why you have life on earth is because of sunlight and oxygen. So what makes the sunlight? So let us consider, a plant, a small plant. You sow seeds in a pot and you water it every day. You keep it inside the house, like you don't provide light, or you cover it with a box or a cover. What happens? The plant doesn't grow. So one of the important reasons for plants to grow is because of the presence of sunlight. So that is how, see, even we, it cannot be night throughout the day. We have vitamin D, which is one of the most essential vitamins of the body. It is because the sun produces the sunlight, from which our body synthesizes vitamin D. So all living organisms require sun. You cannot in the absence of sun there cannot be life. So sun is very, very important for all the living organisms. So we will be seeing about solar energy, or the energy from the sun, about solar energy in today's class. Okay, so let us consider one situation. You want to go out, say, to your uncle's place. Okay, so you take your bike, you want to go by bike. So you take your bike and you start. You realize that there is no petrol or there is no fuel. Say it can be petrol or diesel. You go to a petrol bunk and you ask the person to fill your tank. Say you are buying 1 liter of petrol. The cost of petrol would be, it keeps changing every day. We will keep it as 100 rupees 1 liter. See, this indicates 1 liter. It's a 1 liter Bisleri bottle, or a a mineral water bottle. You go fill in with 1 liter of petrol. You fill it in your bike and you take your bike. Okay, each bike will give you mileage. What is mileage? Is that for every liter of petrol, certain amount it will travel. Okay, for example, we will keep a normal bike will give you around 35 kilometers. After 35 kilometers, you realize that there is no petrol and the bike stops. Okay, so you have put in petrol, you have spent 100 rupees to buy petrol, and you take your bike. After one particular point, say 30 kilometers or 35 kilometers, your bike stops. Okay, so what happened when you drive the bike? When you drive the bike, there is a lot of smoke emitted by the bike. It has a lot of greenhouse gases. It has it releases dust particles and many particles which is harmful for the environment. So what did you do? You spent money. After a point, you couldn't drive your bike because the petrol is over. Eventually the petrol got over, And not only that, you caused a lot of pollution to the environment. So what did you do? There is a cycle of reactions taking place. But consider this solar energy. Do you have any switch? You switch on the, switch, you the light or the fan runs, or it spins. But does the same thing happen to the sun? Do you switch it on every morning? No. It is free of cost. Like, you paid money for the petrol, you paid 100 rupees. Did you pay money for the sunlight? No, you didn't. And second, renewable resource. It is one of the most important characteristics of solar energy. See, it is renewable. What is renewable? That is, it is only viable source where you need not pay money. And secondly, it does not harm the environment. It does not release any poisonous gases, or dust particles or nothing. It is renewable. And another thing is, it does not get depleted, it does not get used up. From a long time the sun is there. See, our grandparents or great grandparents, our parents, we are seeing the sun. It doesn't get over, but the petrol got over after a particular duration. That is not the characteristics of the solar energy. It does not get extinct, or it does not get used up fully. It keeps creating again and again. So what are the important properties of solar energy we saw? It is free. First, it is free, and it is a renewable source. And the third thing, it does not damage our environment. Okay. So, coming to this fossil fuels. What are these fossil fuels? By definition, fossil fuels are hydrocarbons containing materials found underground the earth. Okay, they will, the dead plants and all, after a period of time, after many years, they get converted into hydrocarbons. They become fossil fuels for us. Fossil meaning old, or it is it takes a long time to create these fossil fuels. It is all buried under the earth. It is the remains of dead plants and animals. So, what are these fossil fuels? Examples we will see. See, coal, oil, natural gas, kerosene, propane, or petrol, diesel are all examples of fossil fuels. You can come up with a question. When you have fossil fuel, why should we think about a natural source like a solar energy? Why, why a natural source is the question. See, you, as I already told you, when you filled in the bike or the car with the petrol, there is a lot of smoke which is being emitted, and you keep on digging. Okay, you get petrol or you get diesel. After a point of time, all this is gonna get empty. It is gonna get over. But sun is not like that, and the sun will not produce any harm to the environment, as I already told you. It will never get run out, or it will not get empty. Okay, and it does not release carbon dioxide. See, carbon dioxide are, the scientists say that after a particular period of time, all the glaciers in the Antarctic places and all the glaciers and all is going to melt. It is going to rise the water temperature. The earth's temperature and the water level is going to rise, is what they say. This is all because of the carbon dioxide that we release. See, you breathe in and you breathe out. There is the respiration in all of human beings and other organisms also. So what do we take in? We take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is not needed by us or other organisms. But the exception is plants. They take in, carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. But what do human beings need? We need a lot of oxygen. But these vehicles which we use, releases a lot of carbon dioxide. So the balance between the carbon dioxide and the oxygen is getting disturbed. More carbon dioxide is being produced, and on the other hand, we are destroying all the plants also. We are not leaving any plant. Very rarely, you can find people planting new plants. It is now becoming a developing trend where people are thinking about the environment. They want more plants that they will absorb all the carbon dioxide and they'll give out oxygen. So hence these fossil fuels are not a good source. They will get run out and they are expensive also. The amount keeps changing, as I already told you, and they releases a carbon dioxide. Okay. So next, what is the sun made up of? It is not a solid mass. Like, the earth is a solid mass. It is fixed. But the sun is not like that. It is not a solid mass, and there's a lot of energy emitted by the sun. So what is it made up of? It is, made up of several layers. The sun is made up of several layers, and it is mostly made up of two elements, helium and hydrogen. Okay, the energy from the sun is because of this helium and hydrogen. Okay, so now I'm telling you that you will have to capture all this solar energy and use it. You are capturing it through using, what will you capture? See, there are cells. You would have seen this solar panels, the arrays which I've pictured here. It is, it'll absorb all the solar energy, the energy from the sun, and it will convert it into electric energy. It is happening because of photolytic cells. So the first one shows a cell. So several cells arranged together will form a module, and several modules, see, four modules are arranged together and they will form the solar panel. So several panels arranged together will form an array. So this is how the solar, panels or the solar arrays are formed. Using this, you can, like how you use electricity, you can use the power from the solar energy. You can observe all the powers using this solar panels, convert it to electric energy, and you can use it in the houses. So what are the applications? See, as I already told you, solar energy is not getting depleted. It is renewable energy. You can find it every day. Like every day the sun is going to come up, and we are going to get solar energy every day. So there are different ways in which you can use this solar energy. First one is solar panels. There are many houses which are incorporating the solar energy. Luckily we are in a place where there is always there's sun. You cannot find the sun unless and until it is cloudy or rainy. The sun is always there. In our place, India is like a warm country where you find good amount of sunlight. So you can use the sunlight to power your houses. So one application is you can use these solar panels. Second is solar cookers. Like the cookers which we use in the house, you can use these solar cookers to cook your food. Okay, it will gather, it has a mirror in it. It will gather all the sunlight, and you can use it to heat up your food or to cook your food. Okay, second one is solar cooker. Third one is solar heaters. You see there are panels there. This will absorb all the solar energy, and it will help you to heat up the water. Like you generally use geysers at home, geysers or heaters at home. So they will help you to heat by producing the current which is applied to the heaters will heat up the water which we use. Similarly, instead of using electricity, you can use the solar energy to heat up the water. So the other application is solar heaters. Next, all of us would have seen this. These are street lights. Initially it was all powered by electricity. So what the government did, they started installing solar powered the street lamps. Okay, where during the day it will absorb all the solar energy, it will convert it into electric energy, and in the night, when do we need street lights? Especially in the nights when it is dark. So all the energy which is absorbed during the day gets converted to electric energy, and it is used to run the lamps in the nights. So all our street lights have been replaced, or they have fitted a solar panel with each street light, so that all the solar energy can be used. So okay, what all did we see today? We saw about solar energy, how solar energy is a renewable energy. It is a clean energy where it does not harm any living organism, or it does not produce any harm to the environment, and it is free of cost. It is renewable energy, and it is more affordable. See, in the earlier days, we didn't have much solar panels or all that. See, scientific developments have been brought. All the science and the technology is improving day by day. So using all this, we have started utilizing the solar energy. So it is more affordable. Minimum effort is only needed. Like installation might cost you a lot. Okay, the installation is quite expensive, but there are incentives given by the government, so that more solar panels are set up, and you can use this renewable energy to power your house, and your electricity bill will also get reduced. So there is minimum effort which is put in, and maximum energy can be grabbed from the solar energy. Thank you, class.